Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Hilton. I'm an account executive with Top Software, and today I'm going to be showing you some of the key components of board access within the TOPS One system. As some of you may know, TOPS One is our new fully web-based solution to replace our legacy product, TOPS Professional. Within this new TOPS One system, we have a goal of bringing together the entire management ecosystem, whether it be your on-site managers, your accounting staff or outsourced accountants, your board members, your committees. And today specifically, I want to show you guys how board members can use the system to make everyone's life easier. As we all know, oftentimes in community associations, board members crave more access to the owner database and to the financial information and to the reports. And a lot of times their managers just don't have the ability to give that to them. And it does take some time to repair those reports and stuff. So today I want to show you some of the ways within TOPS One that you can achieve a lot of those goals that you have for keeping your board members in communication with you. So first and foremost, TOPS One does include an unlimited number of users and devices that can access it. It is fully web-based again, so it's not going to matter what device you're using. If I shrink it up to show how it would appear on a smartphone, or even further, pull it out for a tablet view, this just gives you an idea how it's going to look depending on the device you're using. But you can set up an unlimited number of people here. They can access it from any device, and it is role-based security. So within this administrative area, you will set each board member to the level of access that they need, whether that's viewing financial information, accessing reports, violations, work orders, things of that nature. You do have fully built-in task management. So on this home page here, one of the most prominent things is the My Tasks list. As a board member, some of the key ones that might apply to you are the invoice approval that you see here. So if, for instance, a management office employee receives an invoice from a vendor that needs to be reviewed and approved by the board before it's paid, this is a great way to assign that invoice as a task to that board member so that when he or she logs into TOPS, they're going to see that here waiting for them. They could put comments on this, that they want to go ahead and pay it or pay a partial amount. And when it's done, it's very easy to close that task out. Same idea here for this architectural review approval if there's a board liaison that takes part in that process. This is just another example of how the task management can be used for those purposes. Also on this top of this homepage, you'll notice these key performance indicators, these KPIs. And this is just going to give you access to your particular community. You're going to be seeing more online because it's a management company login. But you will have access to a sample community and your own as a board member, to all of the work order information, the service requests, and the CC&R items. That's going to be all of your violations and architectural requests. Those KPIs will show throughout the application depending on the page you're on. And the idea of that is just to give you your key data at the top of the page and keep it on the forefront. It will obviously change a little bit depending on what level of TOPS One you're in and your access, but depending on the device you're using, it should always pop up at the top of the screen and just give you some instant insights into that key info. Some of the other more prominent features of TOPS One that are really going to apply to the board members within the community are the mobile access to things like work orders and CC&R and service requests. A lot of times board members want to keep tabs on these types of things. So just to show you a little bit of this interface, this is going to be your work orders menu. You can see I've got this activity feed where I can pull down any of these activities and see pictures, close the task, add comments. I could open up the work order itself using that hot link if I had questions about it and wanted to see more detail. Got a graphical representation of all the work orders that have been issued in my community. Quick links to work order codes and vendors. So if any of that information doesn't already exist in TOPS and I need to update it on the fly, we try to give you the ability to add those new work order codes or those vendors when you need to. from your new work order page, you're going to have the option to pick whether it's a service request or a work order, and whether you're using this practice or not. At top, we feel like owners will submit service requests to you, for instance, through this owner portal that they're going to have access to. And then you guys will turn them into work orders once you deem that the HOA actually needs to take care of it. So you will have this toggle where an existing service request can be turned into a work order. Once that's been done, you have options to set it as a recurring work order if you like. And all these predefined codes will fill in some good information for you. So you can see with this plumbing code, it's going to fill in my code description, my detailed description, and my special instructions. We'll also recognize voice to text. So if I'm using this on a mobile device, walking through my community creating work orders, and I want to talk into the system to make notes on an account or to expand on the special instructions, it will recognize that voice to text and put it in text form for me. Definitely beats having to stop and type or write on a yellow pad to make notes. Who approved the work order, what vendor you'd like to issue it to. You can see a list of all your vendors here. Listen, it's smart, so it'll start to pick up on common vendors and commonly issued work orders as you use the system. So over time, as you are generating invoices or creating work orders, the system will know what vendors you use most and what types of work orders are issued the most. If you want to give access to these vendors or maintenance personnel to take part in the day-to-day activities, you're welcome to do that. We have lots of resources that help guide different users through different aspects of their top use. And why not if at the end of the day it makes life easier for everyone, right? Got an attachment gallery. Because I'm on a laptop, if I click this, it's going to bring up my computer and let me pick from there. Obviously, from a smartphone or a tablet, it's going to bring up a camera roll or an image gallery. I can store unlimited attachments in Tops One. So you're not going to be capped on however many files you store in here. You can have an attachment gallery on every level. You don't have to rely on the board treasurer, or secretary rather, to hold all of your association's documents and worry that one day he might hold them hostage and not release them, or that a management company isn't going to turn them over when you terminate them and, turn over to somebody else. So you will have the ability to store an unlimited number of attachments in here, and in turn, post any of those attachments to the owner's portal in their document library. You do have options to schedule recurring work orders down here. There's a lot of automation built into Tops One. So one thing that's going to bring you a lot of time savings, to take away all those manual, time-intensive tasks, is having the ability to automate. This is the work order screen to set it for recurring work orders, but this same scheduled job box, the same interface is going to show up no matter what type of job you're automating. 90+% of this application has automation capabilities for things like applying charges, running the collections process, running reports, and in this example, even the work orders. So you just pick your frequency, your days of the week. You can exclude weekends, start and end date, if there is one. And from that point forward, you set it and forget it, don't have to worry about it. Just quickly to show some different types of jobs you can automate within this system, especially helpful if you're a board comprised of mostly volunteers. There's not time for a part-time employee, if you're lucky to have a part-time employee or any of the board members, to really get in here and manage this stuff on a day-to-day basis. So the idea is that you set a lot of it in motion to just run on its own. Got some work orders here, bills, late fees, scheduled charges, reports, all of these different types of things that I've set to automate. Anytime those jobs run, I'll get a little tickler in my notification center here that says the job's ready. If I set something to accrue and notify me, that's a job that's going to accrue and alert me when it's ready. Things like collections activity, you might want to put eyes on those and make some changes before you decide how to apply late fees and interest and send those letters out. So you would accrue and notify. You get a little tickler when it's time to review those, make changes, and then process your collection. Conversely, if you wanted to set something to be fully automated, things like applying assessments, same thing, you're going to get a little tickler and alert here when that job is run. Only difference is that job will run on its own automatically. You will be able to see the detail in here, but at that point you won't be able to make changes to that job. Moving on a little bit, I want to show you guys a little bit of the reports in the packages menu. This is something that a lot of board members in really any community, regardless of if it's self-managed or a managed company or accounting firm, they're always interested in the financial state of the association. And it's constantly requesting those reports from the management agent. So this just gives you the access to it anytime. Get into the standard reports menu and pull those reports that you need. You've got some basic reports here, like your annual meeting list and your owner resident listings, all of your basic GL reports, fund accounts, cost centers. If you've got master and sub associations, or different phases within a community, or different buildings within a complex, and you want to be able to track all those accounts separately and consolidate them in financial reports. We've got options to support all of that. All of your AR reports, AP, and management reports like CCR, service request work orders, administrative reports, year-end. I'll show you a balance sheet since this is one that's commonly used. You can see when it prints the screen, I have the ability to pick some different parameters and to set some custom options, like alternating grid lines on rows, setting my export format to my orientation. Any of these reports and tops have the ability to be exported to PDF, Excel, or Word. Very clean Excel export, so you can add logos to those and work with those to create variance reports and things like that for things that might be out of line on your budget. Interactive reporting. So if I wanted to pull up any of these balances and research to find out why there might be some discrepancies, everything in here comes full circle. There are no dead ends in top one. You can see from this operating account activity, I have access to open any CC&R charges, debit credit amounts, AR, AP items. So you're going to have that on-screen reporting no matter where you're at in this system. These reports can also be scheduled and automated. So if you need to send a report to a board member on a regular basis, again, set your frequency, put him in the recipient field, the export format, and off you go. Last but not least, custom reports and packages. You do have a custom reports menu to build out custom GL and management reports. So any type of special owner or custom field data that you want to put into a report, you have those capabilities here. And then for packages, this is one of my favorite pieces of Top One as a manager. I've spent many hours, month after month, rebuilding the same reports. I can only imagine what it's like for accounting staff who have to put together financials to release to the association on a monthly basis. So within this packages area, you can predefine your packages with all the reports from top, whether they be the standard reports or the custom reports that you build. And this one specifically, this is just a board package that we set to include all your basic financials, some of the owner, vendor, collection, work order information, the audit log, which is going to track all of the transactions in top. All of that's going to be tracked for you. And I can even scroll down and find any custom reports that I've built. All it's going to take is me picking which report, the sequence of how I want them to appear in the package. You can see my parameters over here change as I scroll through different types of reports. I put details of how I want my cover sheet and table of contents to be printed. And then when I download that report, it will put together a basic package for me with a cover page, the date, table of contents, section numbers, and then it'll proceed to give me my basic balance sheet, my income statement, and so on and so forth, whatever you've included in the package. And then this is just an idea of some of the more custom options you can use for the report. This is actually a pretty old report from Top One, so there are actually many more options to customize your reports than this, but this just gives you a sense of using some different fund accounts, your logos to customize your association's financial report. And you can see I can scroll down a little bit to see some of those totals there at the bottom. So that's the gist, guys. Being able to grant access to any board members and specify what they have access to based on their roles, the communication with any management professionals that you work with, and your homeowners and your committees through the owner portals that we caught a little glimpse of. There should be another webinar that goes more into detail on these. But the communication with all of those parties, the instant insights into important key account information, and basically having TOPS in your pocket anywhere you go, not having to worry about remote access being a problem or backups or storage limits. These are all the things that are really pushing people to web-based technology and to subscription-based models.